I like that.
See ya.
Dankie, né?
We'll be back.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Good driver will be back.
You don't have to worry.
We started early in the morning for the African safari, on board the open safari jeeps, to explore the wildlife at the Hluhluwe Imfolozi Park. The park is the oldest proclaimed nature reserve in Africa, known for its rich wildlife and conservation efforts, and is the only state-run park in Kwazulu, Natal, where each of the big 5 game animals can be found. Our vehicles were open on both sides, making them ideal for game viewing and photography. Past the entrance to the park, we stopped and encountered our first wildlife views.
Oh, wow. What are those?
Yeah, the little piggies are awake. The warthogs. There's mother warthog with her 3 little piglets. There's a couple more piglets here.
They kneel down. You see them kneel down?
Yeah, when you want to sit and eat comfortably, what do? You sit at the table. So for the guys to get down closer to the ground, closer to ground level, they go on their knees. You see how they use those little snouts, like little spades, little shovels. They dig up the roots. They are omnivorous. If they find a couple of bugs or caterpillars or worms in their diggings, that's also a little bit of extra yummy stuff. Okay, but enough of the pigs. I'm just going to go up to Keith's Pan, see if there's anything happening at Keith's Pan, and I'll turn it on.
The Imfolozi Park has a hilly topography and a 190-mile road network. It was claimed to have been declared a royal hunting ground for the Zulu kingdom in the time of Shaka. And then we came to meet one of the large animals, the buffalo.
If you see small, skinny little horns like that, those are the females. The males have got very, very thick horns. The front of the head is almost like a crash helmet. And we'll wait to see if there's a male comes up, and then you'll easily see the difference.
As we explored the game reserve, we kept our eyes open on both sides of the road. And if we saw something, we alerted our driver guide. But he seemed to know where to look, and he let us know where to direct our attention and where to point our cameras whenever he saw any of the park's wildlife. And when we encountered a group of rhinos, our park guide radioed to the other groups to let them know our location.
The black rhino's inside here somewhere. He's the browser. So the head is up, he's nibbling from the bushes, low branches of trees. If you remember all the bees, bush, black, browser. These guys out in the open. We see a black rhino maybe once a month because it's so difficult to see because it's always in the thick stuff. These guys, we see them every morning, every afternoon. Like your buffalo, they're very easy to see, they're very cooperative, they're out in the open, they're on.
The fight against rhino poaching continues to be a significant challenge in South Africa, where poaching is motivated by the demand for rhino horns in traditional medicines and jewelry.
That's why it's so critical, it's such a tragic blow, because every time we lose a rhino, it basically takes 6 years to replace that rhino. Yeah, mother baby, she's not interested. She's not going to mate while she's got one baby. It's a full-time job looking after that little baby. The black rhino's on the brink of extinction. He's down to between 2,000 and 3,000. That's how close we are to losing them. On the right-hand side, look behind her. There's a really tiny little baby.
Oh,
Face with it. That's all they want is that 3, 4, 5 kilogram haul. Now the poachers are finding they're running out of rhinos. The few that they've got left, they estimate between maybe 300-400 rhinos left. They're darting them and they're moving them to the western side of the park. In other words, on the South African boundary side of the park, where they hope they will be safer. So what is happening now is they're trying to use some of their own people now to go and educate and tour and advertise and say no to poaching.
Yeah, we've got...
It doesn't matter what country it is.
My safari group came from the different parts of the world, the United Kingdom, the New Zealand, and the United States. We enjoyed the ride, with the wind blowing to our face, and taking breath of some fresh countryside air as we explored the park, looking for any Africa's wildlife.
What are these called? Antelope?
Impala.
Oh, Impala.
Okay, these are young males. Okay, they don't have their own territory yet. They don't have their own group of females. But they form what we call these little bachelor groups. Because if you're out here alone at night, you probably won't survive the night. So get a couple of buddies together, because 3 pairs of eyes are better than 1 pair of eyes.
They were up there, but they were heading this to the left, down towards this gap.
Okay.
So I think they're going to cross now. It's probably about 8 or 10 of them. But there's 2 others, they're basically behind this tree here in front.
All right.
So, but they also kind of disappear into the tree. But if you go up a little bit, you might be able to get an angle to see them.
Yeah. Much obliged. Thank you.
While cruising along, we came across another group. Their guide gave us a heads up, and he pointed us to where we should go to see a herd of elephants.
I think it might be worth our while to sit here for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we don't have many elephants in this park. I consider it quite a bonus when we do see elephants. Compare the figures, the 6,000 buffalo, 2,000 rhinos I've told you about. We've got between 700 and 750 elephants, which is not a lot if you bear in mind that this park is 100,000 hectares. Top of trees on your right hand side. This is we might be able to see 2 of them. It is a massive. Oh, there they are. I see them. Right behind these bushes. See that?
Yes, I did see the two. Thank you.
All right. And obviously their herds are a lot bigger than, the biggest one we have is like a 40, 42. This looks like about a 20. Okay, in elephant society it's a little bit more, it's different to all the other animals in that the male goes on heat. He goes into what we call must, M-U-S-T-H. So a musk bull is pumped full of testosterone.
And they're dangerous as well, you know.
There's berries and things and trees that they eat.
Yeah, they do. We've got a lot of fig trees out here, so they'll push that whole acacia tree over just to get to the roots.
Spraying is
Covering himself with
the sand.
So yeah, they're having a little dust bath too. Helps
Come on, do it again.
remove the parasites, ticks. Going to make their way down to the river. You notice that all the pans are bone dry. It's winter, it's our dry season. We haven't had a drop of rain for the last 2 months, and if we're lucky we get early summer rains, maybe October, November. Most of them, like what happened here with us, we used to have crocodiles down here, we used to have hippos down here. Now when the river dried up, they would have walked, they would have migrated, headed that way, behind those hills. There's a crocodile there, the sand pokes into the river.
Oh, I see that now.
Oh yeah.
Right, and there's another one down the bottom there, isn't there?
There was something further down in the actual water.
Yes, there's another one.
There's some in the water too.
Are there not something in the water?
No, those are water lilies.
Or is that water lilies, is it?
If you want to call them crocodiles, I'm quite happy with them.
There's quite a few crocs in there.
Yeah, there's the baby here and there's another.
There were also other animals along the river, hanging out with their groups, as we watched them just taking their time, enjoying their day.
We had one group of 3, we had one group of 4, now a group of 2. And they come in here on the full moon night. It looks just like this. It's so bright out here, there's no artificial lights. Because 10 years ago it wasn't really a problem. We weren't losing all that many rhinos. But now, over the last 2 or 3 years, it's escalated, it's gone.
So, of the 5 big animals, we saw 3 of them during our exploration at the Hluhluwe Imfolozi Park. We learned about the animals, the dedicated conservation efforts going on, and the work being done for their recovery and to bring back their population numbers. When we exited the park, our guide dropped us off to board our tour bus waiting for us outside to take us to our next South African exploration.